Hi there, welcome. I'm Diane with another personal tutoring lesson in our Blondes Prefer Gentlemen series, Dining Out. Isn't this fun? I love this. Dining out is one of the most wonderful things that a gentleman is very familiar with. Fine dining is really one of a great passion of an experienced gentleman. So locating a place that is worthy of your attention, worthy of taking a lady to, is a great art in and of itself, finding the place. So make sure that you pay a little attention, have fun, ask around, check online, look at reviews, ask people, hey, a cool place, and you can give a certain geographic location or however you want for a certain occasion, but find a place that is worthy of conversation, that is intimate, and food that is delicious, and an ambiance that is memorable. And I think you'll have a good combination for a wonderful, wonderful, memorable evening. So when you're dining out, there are a few things to keep in mind, actually, that I would like to cover in our lesson today. And some of them you may know and some of them you may not know, but I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that I cover them all so that this is a very thorough treatment of this subject, dining out. There are many, many reasons why having proper etiquette while you're dining out can be beneficial to you. I've even seen some people who are potential employers take out somebody to see how they eat and if they follow these rules. So hopefully you will take this to heart and realize I'm not just doing this so that you'll have a good time, but it actually will enrich your life to do this. Okay, so you're at the restaurant. You've selected a place that is worthy of your attention and your time and your money. And when the hostess seats you, the woman always gets seated in the place that is the show side, wherever she will be seen the most. If it is an experienced server or hostess, that they will make sure that they seat her. Otherwise, you make sure that she is seated where everyone can see her, if it's that appropriate type of seating. Okay? Then, if you have checked already the menu and you know the price range, that you're prepared in any eventuality with whatever she orders. If you guys order a 5-course meal, you have enough money. So don't be caught in a sticky situation wondering whether you're going to wash dishes or not by not having enough money. Check it out, figure it out. Soup, salad, dinner, appetizer, desserts, making sure that you do have enough to get everything that you want, and always have a lovely dessert. That's a great punctuation to a lovely dinner, is having a dessert. Okay, so then they bring you your bread. When you're eating your bread, a little roll or whatever it is, don't take up the knife and saw the bread in half and butter both sides and then start eating in that way. No, don't ever do that. Pick up the roll and rip off a piece with your finger and butter a piece that you're going to eat, and eat that piece, and then continue that until your roll is done. That's how you eat as a gentleman, your roll or your bread. When you receive your salad or your soup and you would like to put salt or pepper because it's a habit of yours, this in particular, make sure that you taste it first. Taste it first. Don't ever just start, shaking seasonings on your food without tasting it first. Those chefs have been award-winning chefs for a reason. They know how to make things delicious. But if for your personal taste you would like to salt it or pepper it, make sure that you get it past always together. If you say, please pass the salt and pepper, or please pass the pepper, if she's a lady, she will know that you always pass the salt and pepper together, regardless of whether you asked for one alone or not. Salt and pepper are married, they stay together forever, and they're always passed together, salt and pepper together. So then lightly salt it, lightly pepper it, taste it again. If it needs a little more, you can add a little bit more. Okay, when you are dining and you receive your dinner, if it's appropriate, if it's a very large portion or whatever, you can ask for your to-go box right there and then before you start eating, and just divide it in half and put half of it aside. And that way you'll have another meal for tomorrow that will be untouched, unbitten off of, and also that you'll have enough room for dessert that you would like to have later. Also, when you are, if she has to get up to go to the ladies' room or something, always stand up and, you know, stand up until she leaves and then stand up as she's returning. Also, when you are ordering, let me back up a little bit. When you're ordering, don't order first. The woman orders first. If your server is experienced, they will look at her, yeah, what would you like? And if you haven't already discussed what she's having, or you would like to order for her, you can just tell her, you know, what would you like? I would like to order for us tonight. And you can put her mind at ease and say, get anything you want if money's not an issue. Or tell her what you're having so that she can be in the same price range. She'll follow your lead as a lady. Okay. If, for example, the server looks at you and says, what will you have? And she hasn't ordered first, you look to her, defer to her, and say, what would you like, darling? Or, you know, whatever, however you want to talk to her, respectfully and lovely. When you're finished dining and you've had your dinner, your salad, your dessert, make sure that of each of those things you leave a little bite on your plate, or 2 or 3, that you never like completely clean your plate. Leave a bite or 2. And also, when you're finished and it's ready to be picked up, put your utensils in the middle of the plate. You can push it back an inch or 2 to signal to the table clearer that you are ready for that. Don't leave your utensils on the edge of the plate. Put them in the center of the plate and push it back an inch or 2. That is also proper etiquette. When you're all done and you have enjoyed your dessert, then you receive the bill, and be a generous tipper. Even if nobody else sees this, you will. And how do you be a generous tipper? Take your tax, double the tax, maybe add $1 or 2. And as a former waitress, I did that for about 3 or 4 months. You don't even know what a blessing it is to have generous tippers. It was my only source of income at the time. I had a little baby at home, and it was really just a great, great blessing to have such generous tippers. My average tip, I figured out one time, was about 23%. And I was surprised because I never tipped that generously. I used to tip just 15%. And after having that experience, I will never tip just 15% again. I mean, unless I get horrible service, in which case, you know, you should say something that it was that bad. But otherwise, be a little bit generous. You just never know what they're going through. And being a server, a waitress, is it's a very physically demanding job, and you just never know what's going on and how your little extra $1 or 2 can really make a difference. So those are my tips for dining out as a gentleman, and you will be accompanied by a lady who loves to experience fine dining with you and great conversation. And I hope that you have wonderful, wonderful experiences in your fine dining memories. Thanks so much for watching, and please share this with as many people as you feel would be appropriate. I'm Diane.